Once again, spydA Trinidadian, peace. Welcome to the new moon vibes. I wanted to discuss in this video the main thing about these new moon lunar cycles, energy update, astrology 2025. I'm going to start something new on this channel, meaning like, being that I'm a channeler, I just want to give people more awareness upon these new moon vibes and these eclipses and stuff, you know what I mean? So with that being said, today is September 18th. Feeling good today. Still got a little raspiness in my voice, but you know. But anyway, 5 things you should know about the new moon eclipse for September 21st, 2025. I wrote some stuff down here, so bear with me, man. I'm starting to write down and focus on what I'm writing so I can get everything in order. The season of failure is the perfect time to plant seeds of success. I heard that from somewhere, so I'm going to regurgitate that to help somebody. I repeat, the season of failure is the perfect time to plant seeds of success. So within your turmoil, within your conflict, within your tornado mind, they call it monkey mind, I like to call it tornado mind because everything is getting whirled around. That's the time where you should find peace, because eventually the storm will pass. But moving on, the 5 things about this new moon, September 21st, 2025, that you should be aware of, that most people aren't aware of. I wrote it down here, check it out. So the first one is letting go of control. I repeat, the first thing you have to do is let go of control. Let me elaborate on that before I get to number 2. So when you let go of control, it's like a weight lifted off of you. Trying to control things and manipulate things sometimes, most of the time, a lot of times won't work out for us. Let's take myself, for instance. I put a GoFundMe out just to see who are my supporters. Not that I'm like, we're not hurting that bad, you know what I mean? We're a new family of 2, my wife and I never had kids before. So this is like a new thing. So I'm trying to see through all my followers that watch my content and follow me, 4,000 people on YouTube and 1,000 people on Instagram and another 1,000 on Facebook. Being that my accounts are verified, I don't really promote my stuff like that, so not everybody's gonna latch on. However, I'm a channeler, so I try to reach out to much people as I can personally, like in real life, and they reach out like that. I like to have real experience. I don't have to have 9 billion people following me. I don't know 9 billion people, and after the 9 billion people, right? I'm not saying 9 billion, but you know what I mean. There's like 2 billion that's gonna really mess with you. I don't like that, man. It feels like people just be watching and all of that. So even right now with my 1,000 followers, there's like 12 people that really contact me. You know what I mean? So that's just statistics. I'm not tripping about it. I let go. I release. I can't control certain things, the algorithm and all of that. People live by this algorithm thing that, oh, don't mess with the algorithm, you won't get. I don't care about no algorithm, man. I am the algorithm. Shouts out to Johnny. He commented saying, hey, bro, stop putting that out there because your algorithm's going to be messed up. Listen, bro, I don't care about algorithms. I'm moving my own algorithm. I am in rhythm of my own alga. You feel me? And I'm not trying to be cocky. That's just me. I live my life a certain way. I've been winning a certain way. I'm not going to change it because of an algorithm or a person that I met. That if that's working for you, cool. But me, I release. I let go. Right? Just like how you said you unfollowed me and I don't know, for some reason. I release, bro. I let go. Whatever. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's difficult for us to do that, but as humans, we're changing every day. We're changing every second. We're going through changes constantly. So we ought to able to let go when need be, right? I lost some weight too, by the way, because I've been like detoxing. So if you see me looking, I'm losing weight on purpose to get rid of. I'm fleshing my system out. So basically, number 1 was letting go of control. Do I like how I'm responding? Am I pleased about the way I was reacting to life this week or this past month, right? Just do some reflection of yourself. Number 2, a deeper faith in God, the creator, the most high, whatever you want to call it, the source. You have to really have a deeper faith in what your knowing is. Not belief, your knowing. Everybody have a different type of knowing, but we all come from the same source. We're all looking up towards the same source, the most high, the universe, God, Yeshua, Elohim, whatever you want to call that main source. Let's go deeper into it and study it. Let's go deeper into it and ask it for abundance, right? That's the whole goal. We asking for abundance, and into this whole mission, we're trying to figure out what we need to do within the moment. So pray, meditate, whatever you do, go deeper in, because now is the time during this new moon. Number 3 is, I wrote here, massive purge of the old, reflection of the shadow self. So right now, if you're feeling like you breaking free of certain things and old habits and rituals and stuff, it's normal, because right now it's the time to really purge. You're purging through the old bull crap. Like, say if you don't celebrate the Halloween and you don't celebrate all of this stuff that everybody celebrate, Thanksgiving, Christmas, because everybody else is celebrating, you want to celebrate it. You know what I mean? So you're purging away from that. You stop eating pork. You stop eating certain foods. You start to realize to detox. You know what I mean? You don't have to always be bulky up and stuff. I had to learn that as a man. You know, you want to be big and all of that. But if you watch Dragon Ball Z, shouts out to everybody that watched Dragon Ball Z. Remember when Goku went Ultra Instinct? He wasn't big and bulky, right? He was actually slimmer. He was slim, but his mind was sharper, so to the point where he didn't even have to battle. As a matter of fact, he's so fast in this Ultra Instinct that he could move so fast before an issue could even happen. So he don't even have to fight. That's where I'm at right now in my life. I'm an adult now. I'm a dad. You know what I mean? I have a little girl and a little boy. So I'm on my Ultra Instinct thing. I'm getting rid of the ego. However, the ego is still there for protection. You hear me? I'm a lion of my own jungle. You know, I'm going to protect everything that's going on here. You know what I mean? So a lot of them think that, you know what I mean, we grew up with our dads and stuff. Some of us was in the streets. Some of us stuck to our moms. So being that people growing around their moms constantly, they don't have no sense of ego, or they think that ego is bad or something like that. You need your ego, bro. You need your ego. Don't be fooled. You have to, I ain't saying be egotistical, but you need your ego to sort of, to get them to realize who you are. And this ain't a game. If you know who you are. You know what I mean? Like I said, in Spider-Man, he takes off his mask, he puts on his mask. He's not in his ego. He takes off his mask and gets bullied at school. He goes through the regular stuff at school and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But then he put on his mask, he whips everybody ass. You hear it? That goes for all superheroes. I'm not trying to say get rid of the ego. I'm not trying to say have too much of the ego. There's a balance in life. So it's a massive purge of the old way of thinking. That's what I want to say with number 3. Moving right along. Number 4, owning it all and transforming it. So owning everything, you know what I mean? The number 4 thing you want to do is own everything and transform it into positive energy. I'm going to share with you an experience I had of mine when I was in Polk County, Florida. Remember I told y'all when I first came down here, I was homeless. Well, yeah, I was in Polk County, Florida, and then I got wrapped up into something. And long story short, they robbed me. They went in my pockets and stuff. They waited for me to start doing better. All I did was sell perfume, cologne. I ain't step on nobody's toes. I ain't sell no drugs. I was just selling perfume, gift sets, watches. Ask them about Slim in Polk County. You could actually probably look me up. And then when I got enough to buy my Audi, I got my car. I'm about to get married. At the time, it was around 2018. Them boys robbed me, man. They went in my pockets. They hit me over the head with a gun. I don't know who. To this day, I don't figure out who. Even when I got shot, but I'm gonna tell you about that a while ago. That's a different incident. But this happened so fast within this context. So then when it happened, it got me to think like, okay, well, by them robbing me and like that, they robbed me and shit, it got me to the point where I activated. I think that's when Venom was really born, right? I'm shooting at the car. I act like I was dead. When they hit me over the head, they got the money, and I went and got the gun and shot it into the car. They all fled and ran off, right? So I'm bleeding and thinking if I should go finish the job with these guys. They don't know who they just robbed. I'm a little pissed off. I'm not in a gang or nothing, man. I'm just a regular person. you robbing the wrong person, and you got me pissed off now. But I was thinking about my wife. So I said, let me go back to the hotel, because at the time I was transitioning from Polk County to somewhere else. We was going through a lot at the time, and I'm getting married, trying to move out. We trying to build a life together, and then so that happened, and then it woke me up. Like, yo, I almost lost my life. You know what I mean? They all had guns in my face and stuff. Get out the car, and they robbed me and stuff. But I wound up still getting married. I wound up still buying my wife the ring and everything, and stuff like that. But what I'm trying to say is we have to find a way to transmute energy. The time I got shot down, I was going to school, wrong place at the wrong time. Something happened. I don't know. To this day, I got shot twice. And I'm laying on the floor bleeding, and I'm telling myself, like, yo, what the hell did I do to get on? I didn't do nothing wrong. Like, my whole life, you know what I mean? I've been going through some stuff, but damn, to get shot. And I heard my mom saying, get up. So I tried to get up, and the cop was putting pressure. He's like, stay down. And I'm confused. I'm losing blood. It's a long story. I don't want to keep talking about it. Like I said, I got to get to therapy sometime soon. I'm doing all this without therapy. So when I get the help, I'm going to be a better person. That's why I'm constantly working on myself. I got to work on that shadow more. Maybe I need more help with this. So as I keep building up my whole intuition strength of just executing about who I need to be as a person, it tells me a lot that I need to focus more. I need to focus a lot more on who I am becoming and the person I need to be to overcome that situation. But moving on. So that was number 4, owning it all, transmuting negative vibes into positive energy, right? And number 5, we are all worthy because we exist. I repeat, we are all worthy because we are all existing. Your heart is beating right now. You're looking, divinely connected by source. You're out here grinding. You're out here eating the right stuff. The reason why I'm saying is because whoever's watching me up to this point is going through the same thing I'm going through, just in a different way. So chill. You're good. You're doing the work, man. It's just that we such an empath. We absorb other people's energy, so it gets to us. We feel like we don't know what to do. I don't care if you're a boy, girl, white, black, Chinese, Puerto Rican, Asian, Belizean, Indian. I don't care who you are. You're going through the same thing. It's a spiritual thing. We're having a spiritual experience through this fleshly body. I might have said that a little backwards, but and the last thing I wrote, this is just a bonus thing. I wrote, many people in the metaphysical community have this strange idea that just because you're becoming spiritual, that you won't have any more challenges or you won't encounter any obstacles. And when you walk this spiritual path, you're going to encounter a lot of challenges. Let me tell you, I'm talking about so much challenges to the point where you're going to understand, wow, I didn't think it was going to be like this. But the good news is you have the awareness to work on it, to avoid certain things, to enhance yourself. So it's not all a bad thing. Look at it as a positive, a good thing, because we all didn't ask for the situations we're in right now, right? But we're here, we're making the best of it. And the fact that you're on this spiritual path, you're realizing that you have to overcome all situations no matter what, no matter how hard they was. Look what they went through in the past and stuff, how they overcome stuff, you know what I mean? At one point, every race was in slavery, and they overcome it. Even us, the Afro-Nubians of society from Akabulan. We're going through this stuff as we speak, but we're not gonna let that influence us to set us back. Some of us actually think things through. It's like I said in the post, it's like they leave the world behind, kind of. I have a neighbor, he's really cool. With his son, I'm teaching his son how to ride the hoverboard, and he's white, he's from Colorado. And I tell his son to come over here, we hanging. I don't teach hate in my household. You know what I mean? My son is going to be his friend, all right? We don't care about color and all of that crap, man. And my wife, I love my wife to death. You hear me? We don't look at color. But at the end of the day, you have to realize where you come from. So if you are a melanated person, you have neuromelanin, you have to think, bro, sis. You know what I mean? I ain't saying we have to stop, because if we keep talking about this racism stuff, we're gonna become what we don't want to be. That's why I'm persistent and consistent into saving the planet in my own way. Once again, Spider Trinidadian, I'm the indigenous Spider-Man from Trinidad and Tobago. You hear me? This is real as it gets. Once again, spydA Trinidadian. I hope you all have a wonderful day. This is your new moon update, your astrology report from spydA Trini Television. Peace and Grand Divine.